Hey, Bert. Take one to no one.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
What, in the Cowboys division? You talking about in the Cowboys? Right.
Here we go. 76, 76. Lucy. 380.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And then as soon as I start my
incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. But I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
He's getting like 3.5 seconds down.
380. Lucy.
Bortles going to throw. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Barkevious Mingo in that time on the tackle. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down. That's Hines.
Oh, come on, bro. Don't hit him forward, nigga.
Getting this one to the 14-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Green 80. 76, 76.
Yeah, I see you, bitch. I see you.
Green is second.
I see you.
Right back to him.
I see you. I see you. Let's go. Oh,
He
come
lost
on.
the
You got to pick
football.
that
It's
fumble
loose.
up,
But I
cuz.
think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free,
Disclaimer
but a
for all my
teammate
viewers,
comes
I'm
along
not
and
calling
scoops
the
it
other
up.
person a bitch.
It's almost like baseball.
So I do
Guys
feel
at
that
bat,
way right
people
now.
are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Out left to Shaheen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short.
Green 80. Green is second.
To throw is Bortles. And that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot
Thank
tighter
God he
near
got
the end
Blake
zone,
Bortles,
don't they?
bro.
And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Janikowski bangs it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
I had to put my nigga Marshawn Lynch on the IR.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Brady to throw. He hits Baldwin right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Wait, 20.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you...
It falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Jets. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
Oh, I tried to kick that shit off. That was a kick. That was a kick. That was bleeding.
I don't know about that.
You know what I'm about.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm gonna have fun with this one. I'm not a what. I'm not a what.
Lucy.
This is Hines.
Come here, dog.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Lucy. Hank. Green 80.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
Let's go,
and he will return
Eric
this
Reed.
one to the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. Touchdown, Packers. Isaiah Crowell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Oh, are you serious? Bro,
with another return now, here's Westbrook.
And
a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And New York set to take the field.
I have the Browns kicker from Sunday. I don't think he's missed but 2 in a year. And that's for the win.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh,
incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Green 80. Green 80. Hank.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 80.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I respect playing catch like this.
Bortles now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
Green 80. Hank.
Again, it's Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know, one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Oh, come on,
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go! Mike, push it! Go!
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Lucy, set, green 80, move.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And some room to run now. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Lucy. Set. Green 80. Green set.
On first down, Bortles. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Yayo Que. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Bortles to throw on second down.
Deion Jones, baby.
Time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Brady throwing on second down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Baldwin. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Use the grill on me. I see what we're doing. I love it. I fucking love it.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady.
Brady Nelson, all by his Nelson.
Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he'll be down deep into Jet territory.
That was the old Jordan.
It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 58 yards. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Collins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself. Doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
New York set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bortles going to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is caught.
I want to change to him, but I can't because they call pass interference every fucking time.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Caught the fucking ball.
Green 80. Green 80.
Now Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Heathen. Come here, you little heathen.
Nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Hines.
Man,
He's met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this nigga just filled the hole, made him cut back straight into the D-line.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Lucy. Green 80.
To throw, it's Bortles. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0. Switch. Green 80.
Now it's Hines. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So right.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Bortles. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. On the return, it's Jalen Marshall. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. He couldn't quite hold it.
Fuck that nigga.
Ball pops out, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Brady will try again on second down. And his pass incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
White 20! White 20! White 20!
From the gun, Brady.
No, what the fuck?
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
380! Lucy!
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
372!
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled.
Let's go.
Loose.
Let's go.
This is going to be Packer football.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady, throw left side, complete. It's Marshall. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Oh, come on, you gotta hold on to that.
Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
Robbed
Coach.
again, bro. good enough and run all
So
around
it's the
100
Packers
and
set to
touches the
receive
ball,
the kick.
brings it
They've
into
got
his
the
body,
lead
the
as
ball
well
pops
as we
out.
are underway in the third quarter. Marshall now, the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Janikowski good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Marshall now, the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Actually gone, boy.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. This is Collins on the handoff. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Brady. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah,
and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Bortles. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back in the 1st quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the 1st quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
Simp, you should have seen this move my nigga just put on.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Brady. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Brady to throw again. And he's going to take it in.
Let's go. Tyler
Packers.
Eifert.
Tyler effort. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
It's a first down. Back. Yeah, I heard you.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs. And hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Bortles now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
No.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Hauled in by Anderson left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Damn,
14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Not top. Anybody but top.
Well, that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play.
Bro?
But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's in. Touchdown,
it's going to be that type of game, bro.
Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. Marshall now, the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hit him with that real quick. Make him shut up. Huh? All that.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss.
Yeah, it's a loss. I'm definitely gonna switch this shit up. Ooh. twice. Oh, the rookie. I got a rookie on my
squad.
floor.
Yard there, and now second down. This is Breida. Stays on his feet. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively, things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called, not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
And he couldn't
This nigga goes up with one hand.
Incomplete.
Who does that shit?
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Here we go now!
They go play action here on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 30.
Bro, that was some bullshit.
Until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Oh, this nigga got
in for the score. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this over Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Hines on the toss play. And some room to work. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
On first down, Brady got his man. It's Eifert, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Brady now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. Touchdown, Packers! As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
Let's go.
Lead the spot. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, it's all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And I let Justin get time, Aaron Rodgers. The nigga don't know how to use Aaron Rodgers.
On the give, this is Collins running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And again, it's Collins. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That makes something happen, cuz.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
What you break, cuz? Ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
Here's Collins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now a give to Collins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
On third and long, it's Brady. And Eifert has it.
First down,
he's
baby.
Have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
My nigga ready to play you right now.
And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do.
Yeah, you need to play that one.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
I try to at least play all my.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They go again with Collins. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Packers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Brady. to the left side here for Eifert.
Let's go.
Taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Here's a give to Crowell. And
damn,
yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On second down, here's Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes him back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
He making this long-ass post.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Packers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I remember mama just trying to business with scratch, crying over the food, trying not to let me see it. Spoonful of my Campbell's, my super tasting like tea, man. That made it clear. I kicked it in the gate. Promise I would never put my pride above my business. I ain't no killer, but no pussy. Fingers on my dick now. Think about it. I hate the truth, tell the truth, but I'm trying to keep it now.
No introduction really necessary. Get to missing like a secretary, bro, I'm legendary. When I get bare, still be kicking flames in the cemetery. Trap music originated. Fresh off of my hiatus. And you to all my haters, they skyrock, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a fuck about another man, 20 reds, and a million matter. Got my when it can't go hammer. Me Cadillac, this all go hammer. Long as I remember how to pay Atlanta. I can give a fuck about a dog. I used to get the thing from the text, so I count and set the numbers in the hood. Do what I say, G. Break bread, fake dead, a bit, and hate dead, 50 million, year out, they made that middle. You go for trouble, see me outside, but you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, gate, thunder, no heat talk. Like a black panther, we can get the teeth, try to reach. Swear to God, I could have been pretty great. I might grind it down with me, call me in a half a let me buy Sergeant Plan. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I'm challenging with a hand. What you see before you, but they didn't tell you. The next man, playing hustle over everything. Then hit the king like an 18 with a in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the end crowd. Got a problem with me, I said, yeah, I got the same friend. in that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone knows on go. I rolled in the 4x4. Believe if a cat gon' go see me with ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk that. Roll by the car lot, went and bought it. Caught case at the case and a phone. They will watch you give it that. I live that they rapping back, catting them back what they catting back. Ain't roll mama, we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of us. Better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Rolling down by 2. We're gonna go out here, run this play for the win. Let's go get it. I formation, 28 sweeps, blue 14. Watch left.
We to the mat, Atlanta hat cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Say with your ad, drop it out with Alabama at. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be one and done. No drive, but we running. Walk up to you while you showing us stunts till you up that jury and money. Playing game, thinking showing up funny till my young win for me. Yeah. For the love of the bankroll, keep it been to you. Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody wanna hear about it. You got a problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gon' lie. I promise that a day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. If it one thing I want, then it can't go by. Tryna put 6 wheels on the Range Rover. I ain't finna play no game, that what you know. So if you think at the top, tell them move over. Modern day Tupac in a new hover. Know that now come with us and down. We dodge a steady decking clown. We chasing meals so we can put that down. Top, but we run the town. But with millions in with no cap and gown. We're all in what happened now. Metal throne, concrete crown. Call that line, you getting beat. Real, what veteran. What academy. He still remember me when they were sick and needed their medicine. Better watch it, partner, you from around here thinking sweet, you got the wrong idea. Get left out there, tell them so what? I kept trap music, all black. Still
This nigga retarded. One little nigga gonna say, I feel bad.
Trap music, all black. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah.
My little nigga gonna say, my son, I be feeling bad for my sons and daughters because my son and daughter because they be trying to kiss me and I just be like, man, back up. I just get your mama pussy like you on me, bro.
I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp. I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen. I was by the stove. Big beside this cases once. Do me dirty. I'm a
hey, two of the funniest niggas I ever met in life, bro.
I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone. He said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down. So
my nigga John and Tim, beef.
My garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp. I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated.
The broadcast didn't even start this.